Hi everyone, welcome to week 3 of U.S. History. So in order to get to week 3, click on Unit 1, and then you're going to click on week 3, Revolution and Republic. The beginning of every lesson talks about your objectives and what learning targets you're going to be assessed on, and things you need to do for the week. It breaks down to the sections of the chapter reading, and it gives you questions you should be able to answer at the end of each section. So for this week, you have a quiz on chapter 2. You can use your textbook if you need to, and you have an inference, a letter to President Jackson, a reading assignment that you must do. Then I also have chapter 2 PowerPoint linked here and a little video clip. I go through some important vocabulary that you need to know, and then you have your quiz. Remember, it checks your understanding of Chapter 2, the textbook. You can use the text if need be, but remember, these quizzes cannot be redone. Then you have a reading from a letter to President Jackson. Once you click on this document, it will open up a PDF. You'll notice if you've opened this PDF prior that document, it's a Google link. If you've opened it prior, I've changed the graphic organizer on it, and the reason why I changed the graphic organizer is I noticed a lot of students were not filling out the graphic organizer 100% correct. So today in today's e-session, I asked for students' feedback, and we worked on creating a graphic organizer that would help you better understand how to identify the inferences within the reading. So here is your document that you're going to read for this week. So I suggest as you're reading the document, figure out who Ellis is. So Ellis is a leader of the Cherokee people. As you're reading, I would underline and highlight any statements that you're going to use as textual evidence. So feel free to highlight and underline as you're reading about why he believes that the United States is no longer protecting the Cherokee people. You're going to read about how the colonists are treating the Cherokee people and why he has decided now it's best for the Cherokee people to move west. So look for textual support about how the U.S. is treating the Cherokee people, what the colonists are doing to the Cherokee people, what the U.S. Supreme Court isn't doing to help the Cherokee people, and why the Cherokee people have decided they must move west. So look for textual evidence to support those points. So here's the new inferencing graphic organizer we created. And it's very similar to the old one, only now I have it numbered, and I am trying to show you that you need to put down a specific statement from the text and the textual support. So this should be a quote. It should be a specific thing from the text. So let's say if we go back up to your letter, let's say that one thing you want to support is that the United States will not protect us from angry white settlers or from states like Georgia who take our lands. So let's say we want to put that in textual support box, and then we're going to explain our background knowledge. So what is our background knowledge about the relationship between colonists and natives? So what do you know? What do you know from the chapter readings you've done? And put it in this text box. And then what can you conclude? What can you infer based off of what the text says, what you know? What can you conclude and infer? So do that for 3 specific statements. Like I said, the first one should really be related to the U.S. not helping the Cherokee people. The second one should be about the second one should be about the treatment of the Cherokee people. And then the last one should be about why the Cherokee people have chosen to move west. So make sure you're filling out the whole organizer and then answer these 3 questions. So what was the author's purpose for writing this piece? So obviously he's a Cherokee leader, and why is he writing it? Is he writing it to his people to convince them to move west, or is he writing it to Jackson saying, finally we give up, we're moving west, and this is why? So decide what was his purpose, or was it really both? And then give me textual support. So give me quotes. Textual support means quotes, specifics from the reading that support what you responded with. Number 2, what bias or point of view does the author have on the topic? Well, you know he's a Cherokee leader, so does that mean he has bias in the way he presented the information? Give me textual support, specifics from the text. And number 3, does the author's point of view affect the credibility and validity of the text? Why or why not? Once again, give me your reason with specific antidotes from the reading you just did. Make sure you download this then as a PDF or DocX. Please do not submit it as a Google link. Make sure you watch today's e-session if you have not had a chance to already. I go through this more in depth. We do the reading together, as well as I go through information that was covered in sections 1 through 3 in chapter 2, and section 4 we just ran out of time a little bit to get to. But I highly recommend watching the e-session if you have not. Hopefully this helps you more with understanding the assignment you have to do for this week.